Friday, February 20th, from the podcast studio of Humboldt at WROC TV. He's James. I'm Brennan. Here we go.
Studio B. We are in.
Studio B.
Right in the middle of the building.
Yes. The podcast studio where we are every half hour from 9 to 9:30, Monday through Friday. Not doing what we usually do for our sunrise show. If this is one of your first times tuning in, we just take off the suits. Not literally, although could be good content. But just talk about what's going on.
What's on your mind, Brennan?
I want to bring something up.
Talk to me.
I think enough time has passed that I can bring this up. I don't ever know who's tuning in to listening to this. And
could be nobody.
I have no hard feelings about the whole thing. So I'll bring it up.
Okay. All right.
So
here we go. Mics are on.
One day, we went to the YMCA. It was just me and the girls. And if you've ever been to the Y, you may notice that on random weekends, there's giant inflatables, the bounce houses, everything set up inside the gym because someone's having a birthday party.
Sure.
And let's say you rent it out, whatever it costs. The Y helps get pizza. They set up the inflatables, and you can have, I don't know what the number is, 20 to 30 guests max, whatever it is. One day we went there, and I saw, okay, someone's having a birthday party in that room. And then myself and the girls were in a different room playing with some toys. We were doing the obstacle course in the Venture Center, whatever they call it.
You can draw on the sheet and then put it in the machine, and then it kind of bubbles up
it was
on
fun.
the machine. That's a cute little. They do that at the Strong, too, with the fish.
Yeah. We were sitting in the kids' room, and the doors were kind of closed, and you can't see out of them the way that they have kind of the reflective mirror. They want them to seem separate. And I was stepping out to get water or something, and I opened the door, and I see a friend rolling out the remnants of birthday cake and cupcakes and gifts and stuff.
On the stroller, on like a little easel.
Yes, getting ready to take it to the car. Yeah. And obviously it would have been for one of their children's birthdays.
Yes.
And
you were
friends
not on
with
that list.
Friends with our children as well. And I thought, and the first reaction was kind of like, on my face, it had to have been like shock.
Now, did you invite them to your kids' birthday parties? I guess would be like my first question, you know? Do you remember? If you remember.
I believe it had been sent.
Yeah.
I don't remember if
sent them.
I know they came to one.
As long as you sent them.
I do know they came to one.
Yeah.
We had it at the zoo.
Sure.
And I saw that one. I was like, hey, man. And, you know, we talked a little bit. Yeah. And I didn't even bring up, like, to wish one of their kids happy birthday, whoever it was. I was just in, like, shock. And Brooklyn and Jules were with me, and I didn't really bring it up. And And the guy and his wife, they were nice, and you know, we just had kind of small talk, and they walked out towards the parking lot. They actually gave our girls some of the cupcakes, and I was like, "Oh, this is nice." And they were kind of like, "What was that for?" And I was like, "Well, that was good." And
that's funny.
And I love them. And listen, I get it. I had a wedding when you had to be like cutthroat when you're getting down to a list of guests. Sure. It's any birthday party, what you can do for a holiday party. I totally get it. So I just wanted to bring that up. It was like no hard feelings at all.
Right. You got to kind of say that like I understand that.
What would you have said? I was speechless for once.
Really? Yeah. You're not going to invite me and my kids?
I was just like, wait, what if I had been like, wait, is that your birthday party that you have in it? Oh boy.
I didn't get my invite.
And
did I get it lost in the mail?
And then you have to say, what do we do for the next birthday party?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then
well, we as sure as heck ain't inviting you to our birthday party.
Again.
Come on, Brooklyn, let's go.
It's out of here. No hard feelings at all. But I remember just telling Steph about the situation. I was just like, wow. It's fine. It's fine.
We have some family friends that, you know, Mason just had his birthday party, and it was basically classmates and then like our neighbors is all we invited. And we have some family friends that I could have invited. I could have invited you guys. Our kids don't really know each other that well. They've run into each other a couple times, but we have some family friends that we just figured, you know what, Mason's classmates and then our direct people that live next door to us. And then we just capped it there. You know what I mean? Just to kind of keep it simple. We didn't want to like, you know, waffle between friends and things like that. But I get it. You know, I heard a guy talking about how, you know, when the kids are young, it's very easy to like console them or distract them or kind of like, you know, help solve their problems, right? But these birthday things and invite things and like being left out, that stuff does not go away. That's your whole life. That goes through high school, that goes through college. And when your kid comes home and says like, hey, Dad, John doesn't want to be friends with me anymore. He's going to hang out with his lacrosse friends. Like, you can't call John's mom and say, hey, you need to make sure your son hangs. You can't do that. Your kid just has to, unfortunately, sit with that pain, and like you and I as parents are like, okay, whatever, we don't care. But it's hard. It's hard to see when kids, and it's 7 and under, they're not going to be, but when they're 10, when they're 15, they don't get invited to a party. That's like, it happens to everybody.
Yeah, you get in your clicks. That was the word I was trying to think.
Clicks. Yeah, I think we've all been there. Like when you see, and I think it's even worse with technology, right?
Because there's evidence.
Pictures like
you were at this
on Instagram.
Party.
I wasn't invited to that party.
I asked you to go golf or go to the brewery, and you said you were busy. Next thing I know, you were, Amerks game with a lot of people or something. And it's like, I told the girls, I was like, they just happen to have cupcakes and it was fine. Like they don't know any of the difference. But I do think about these conversations when we're 12, 13, 15, and I might just say, it's the world, kid.
It stinks. It stinks, and I can live with you, and we can be sad about that, and we'll do our own thing.
And we're like, listen, when you get ready for your wedding invitations, showers, whatever, you hold the cards. And 100%. You can do it there. That was fine. I never brought it back up to him.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's the point.
I know. I don't think I've seen them since then.
It's a funny conversation. Obviously, a little deal in the grand scheme.
And it's like, I totally get it. You may have had just 20 to 30 family members. Fine.
Yeah.
But
right. Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, it could be all family.
And some of our kids like meet each other. Like ours have been around each other one time at Disney on Ice, but like it would never be offense. But this is someone like hung out with a bit.
We got a couple invites a couple of years ago to a few weddings, and Lauren and I are looking at each other, and like I'm so kind of surprised we got the invite.
A surprise.
Like I wish I kind of was let out.
Yeah. This is the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, wow.
I didn't know we were such good friends.
I know. I didn't get that one. Then it's like, is that a gift? We're on the hook.
Yeah. Or now it's like with bachelor parties. Like I don't want to be you know what I mean? Like don't include me. Like I'll go to your wedding, but I'm not going to Nashville.
At this point it's like, no offense, but I mean we're getting up there. This is you go elope, do some ceremony.
I'll go have a drink at a bar with you, but I'm not doing a weekend bender.
My last one was I was here 2.5 years ago. I went to Asheville. Oh, that one hurt. We're all older then, and we were trying to
That's what I'm saying.
Still go hard. Yeah. And this guy he's got to be the oldest one of the bunch, maybe closer to 40.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a list in my head of like a couple more friends that I know, like longtime girlfriends might consider tying a knot, but no crazy weekends,
I think I have one more wedding in the lineup, and it's this summer.
Sure.
And it's a guy I worked with at Channel 10, Andrew. So I have that one. And I look around.
They slow down.
Yeah.
Once you get in your 40s, I think they're definitely going to slow down.
Yeah.
For sure. I feel like late 20s, early 30s, you're banging out 2 or 3 a year.
You ever been to a second wedding?
Yes. I have been to a couple. A couple sounds like the actual people.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple second weddings, actually. My mother-in-law's second wedding.
No.
Parents' friends' second wedding. So all like, in their 50s and 60s. Yeah. So like, kind of weddings where it's really like true love, It's just two people that really love each other and want to get married and probably don't even need to get married, like they're both financially stable, both have adult children, but just married for love, which I think those are super sweet weddings.
Yeah, that's nice. Anyway, it's a good way to start.
Never been to a third wedding though.
A third wedding. That's you can't.
3 is wild.
That's when you just go, Joe, I don't know, buddy. Right. This is
Try for a third time.
Yeah.
Third time's the charm, they say.
Try for that. A story caught my attention. Yeah. An email came through, road construction, the 590 bridge over Monroe Avenue.
Yes.
So this is
interesting.
Whole Foods right there, always kind of backed up. Yeah. And if you drive and ever sit under that bridge and you look up, this is what you see. Exposed rebar, chunks of concrete off. Sure. This is a story we did when Garzone still worked with us 2 or 3 years ago. And it's just every time I drive, and if I happen to get stuck in the traffic and stand underneath that, I just like cross my fingers. And I'm just like, they say, and they've said it was structurally sound, despite the looks. Don't judge the book by its cover. It's fine. But anyway, they're getting ready to do a lot of work. Recently, they closed down some of the ramps through that area, so they're getting ready to do this. They're going to be replacing the bridges. There's a town hall that they've got coming up on March 5th to talk about this. They say major construction will begin this spring and continue through winter of 28.
Oh boy.
They've got to do both bridges, 590 north and southbound, and then
sides,
the rest of the ramps through there too.
Yeah.
And all I just keep thinking about, we got the zipper on 490. What's this going to look like?
Oh man, it's probably going to be a zipper too. I mean, it's way too busy in that spot to possibly do.
I mean, this has to be the columns, the foundation, the plates, everything.
The whole thing.
That's going to be big time.
Yeah.
It's got to get done. Yes, I know, but it is coming. Yeah.
Oh, man. So when is it going to start?
So they did back in the fall. They did. They shut down like the 590 Monroe ramp. They did some of those improvements.
Yeah.
They say in the spring and then through 2028.
Gulp.
I know. This is some of the work we did.
Luckily, I don't take that too often. So
yeah.
And then they're going to do Monroe Ave too.
Yes. So Monroe from there to 12 Corners.
Yeah. Whew. Oh man. Glad I moved out of Brighton.
I know. I keep thinking about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a lot.
They said that whenever they announced that was kind of like, wait a second. I thought we were talking about the bridge, but yeah, they're going to be doing all that road work.
This
coming
reminds
to the
me
area.
of like when you do work on your house and it's like a hot water heater or pipes or like inner workings, like electric and stuff. And you spend thousands and thousands of dollars and you don't like see it. You know, it's just like stuff that runs in the background.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, I guess we got that done. That's going to be the bridge. Like it will look just like a normal bridge now. Right. It's not going to be all fancy bells and whistles.
They're not going to like 6 lanes, 7 lanes, 8 lanes.
It's not like you're getting a new couch. You get a new couch, a new TV, a new kitchen. It like looks nice, and you're like, this is what I paid for. But when you just do the same thing with the zipper with exit 26 or whatever on 490 in Perrington, it's like they're just fixing the bridge.
I know. It's just going to be
it's too bad.
Wider concrete on the sides for the barriers looking over the canal.
It'll be a little smoother.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. It's all
wild.
you get.
It is good that they've
safer, I guess.
Opened some of it. Yeah. Yes, they had it. We got into an interesting conversation about food because you had Thai last night.
Yes, Thai, THAI. We had
I know. Not what we got there.
The restaurant's Erewhon. It's you might not know it in Rochester. They're in Syracuse. And so it's one of my wife's favorite Thai restaurants, and we get Thai from there pretty often because we'll have a family member come from Syracuse. Hey, can you pick up a Erewhon? Come back. And so pad Thai is kind of it's a funny dish, rice noodles with kind of like a sweet and sour sauce. And my 5-year-old was digging it. He liked it.
Right through it.
Yeah, he just kept eating it and asking for more and more and more. And we're like, okay, if you say so, because you'd think it's not really a popular dish for a small child, but he was down for it.
We tried that recently because it's bigger noodles, so easier for them to kind of pick up in the whole process of eating it. And pad Thai is very popular with peanut butter as a side, or as we did it, just mixed right through. Like it was peanut butter spaghetti.
Mix the sauce
almost
right
with it.
in.
And we were like, yes, a victory there.
Nice.
I have it.
Yeah, I've made peanut butter. It's super easy. It's like peanut butter and then soy sauce, basically. And then you can put like some ginger and then sriracha if you want to jack up the heat and stuff. But we had some green curry with that as well. So, yeah, I love that Indian food.
When you brought that
Indian
up,
Thai.
I immediately thought of kind of along the same lines. I was like, you know what? Maybe I would get some takeout somewhere and started thinking about Chinese food.
Yeah.
And I love it. When you ask most people their favorite type of food, most people say Mexican or Chinese.
Sure.
Like what comes up.
If you're going to choose, right?
Yeah, if you were going to choose. And I always think with Chinese food, what I love is just that it's I don't think I've had a bad Chinese meal.
It's so consistent.
It is consistent. Every restaurant across the board, no matter what number it is on the menu, and most people are like General Tso's, sesame chicken, maybe Mushu pork. Throw it in.
And I love the fact that you can go from Geneva, New York, up to East Rutherford, down anywhere you want to go. You go up in the North Country, you go to these little small towns randomly in the South Wedge or South Bend, It's going to be
Anywhere.
the same exact thing
It's the
every
same
single
thing.
time.
It is like the same chef. It
King's
is just like
Wok, Chinese, new, whatever.
you pick it up in Victor at the mall, wherever, or
Yeah.
you pick it up, in Jackson, Mississippi, and you open it, it's like, I got this from the same place. And it was just so good. And I order the same thing all the time. It's usually one or the other for Steph and myself of just General Tso's sesame chicken. And I've had this, I've got to get it tonight. I've been thinking about it
It's on
since
your mind.
yesterday, since we talked about
you
it. Got more coming up on the podcast this morning. There was a bit of a typing snafu with Chris Lillis. With the NBC, the Olympics broadcast this morning and how he did in the competition. That and more coming up. Here on the pod, the 20th of February, second cup of sunrise. All right, the Survivor QR code as we are getting closer and closer to next Wednesday.
Yes, we are.
25th, 50th season. Couple more trivia questions here. Got one. Oh, I just saw the answer by accident.
Oh, jeez.
What season had the first hidden immunity idol? So what we're looking for is a country.
What season?
You just have to name any of them.
Oh, jeez. Australia.
Guatemala. Got that one. Yeah.
Guatemala.
We'll get into
Central
some
America.
prize questions and who's been on there the most and more from the Survivor 50 countdown coming up next week. The QR code, though, for some gear that we can give away that the show sent us. Chris Lillis, our local Olympian, gold medalist previously in the games. He was competing in the men's aerial today. That's where they go down with no sticks in hands, just hands up. Flip, 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 twirl, 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 twirl,
Do a
come down
bunch
and
of
land.
flips and
Bunch of
twirls,
flips.
and if they land it safely, and it's really hard and impressive, they get a lot of points.
They do. They, well, you hope so. They were going to have a watch party for 3 days in a row as it kept getting postponed at Bristol. They eventually had it, and they said, doors open at 7, finals at 7:30. And when I looked up the competition, I'm like, we got qualifiers at 4:30 our time, and then 5:30. And I was like, what if they don't make it?
AM?
Yep, that was this morning.
Yeah.
And so we're following along during our sunrise show, and I see him in his first run, doesn't do well. I don't know if he crashed, just didn't stick it. And I'm like, he might not make, he didn't make the top 6. So he goes into the next qualifier. There's going to be the top 6 and ties would advance to the final. And I'm following along, and he squeaks in. It was like 11 out of 12. And then I'm watching the scores. So they do 2 final runs. And he was a little lower after the first run. They take the best one out of 2. He ends up in 7th, so he wasn't going to make the top 6 to move on. But still, he still got out there, lived the dream. Blame it on the 3 days of waiting, sitting around and doing whatever.
So you do the crazy flips, and then you get into the bottom, and then you got to just. It's kind of interesting because you got to cool down. You got to go up the chairlift to go all the way up. It's probably 15 minutes between each jump, I would imagine.
And sit there when there are 20 guys
you gotta
jumping. You figure a minute or 2 in between, and this
hard.
And I kept looking at the temps like minus 15, minus 20 below.
Like, what do you
up
do?
there
Push-ups
waiting
or
for it.
something? Like, you got to somehow
was wild.
keep your legs
on. It was right as she had started her final run. She was like one of the final 3 or 4 to do it, and she had to sit there and wait. I was watching, so they get up, they sit next to their coaches, everyone sees the score pops up, and then whoever's in first place sits in this white chair off to the side. And you have to sit there and watch the rest of the competition. And then when someone's done after you, they come sit next, and you're just sitting there like, am I going to stay right here, or do I get knocked down? And she ended up holding on for the win. And there she is. She's got this hair, which a great style. She's got.
I've never seen anything like it.
I know she's got piercings here too, right on her mouth, and she was just loving it, like tongue out, peace signs, flipping the hair
in her gums.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, like right.
I thought it was
here.
braces.
I thought so, or some type of grill, but I was like, no, that's got to be like a piercing. But it was. I was reading some about the story about her that her dad from China had to escape persecution. They leave. China tries to heavily recruit her because she's the star young phenom skater to come out and want her to compete. And she's like, no, I'm going to compete for the USA. And that's who she ends up beating. And it was just all around. And no one won gold for the women in that event in more than 20 years. So it was fun watching that. It was cool.
Great story.
Yes.
Glad
And
to see us back on top.
women's hockey beat Canada in overtime. That was a good one too. And the men's hockey, we'll see if they'll make it too. The power warnings that we have coming out for bills, utility bills. Yesterday it was Fairport Electric that
fear is real.
It said, everybody just heads up. You thought your bills were high last month. They will be a little bit higher this month. And they went into the typical explanation about we have estimates and projections for what we'll need for the winter. This one's been colder. We've got to buy at market prices, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Sticker shock's going to be coming for a little bit.
Yeah. You know, a lot of the times the delivery charge isn't necessarily changing. It's just the supply charge. It's simple supply and demand. You have more demand for something. The supply doesn't change. The price is going to go up. I mean, that's generally how economics works. And I do feel that, you know, when RG&E goes through so many ups and downs and they've gotten in big trouble for certain things, you're just always going to assume that they're at fault.
Right. Know? And because they're the one that's the bill, this is who I have to get from, Fairport being a different choice. But here's the village manager on kind of everything leading up to this.
When you get really, really cold days and the need or the demand for power exceeds supply, certain entities are required to turn generators on and put power on the grid to meet that demand.
It's part of it. Just talking about some of the costs. Finally, some of our news stories. I thought this was funny. We had on our show. Duncan is doing a limited edition ski gear giveaway today.
Yeah.
So some goggles. They've also got some ski suits. How about that? Competing.
Full suit. Love the color.
It's like Team Boston at the Olympics and everything going on. And then gloves, mittens.
Yes, mittens are nice.
One for your left hand.
That's so silly.
And when I talked about it, Oran brought it up. See, there's the image. She said it's supposed to be in your left hand because you shake hands with your right and you don't want to give someone a cold hand if you've got an iced coffee.
Well, we're both lefties, so it kind of works out. You hold your drink in your left hand anyways, so.
I'm trying to think. Do I? Yes.
For the most part, right?
Yes. At least you drink from it. Yeah.
And your kids in the other hand.
They are figuring it out too.
You still carrying the little one around?
Both of them.
You're carrying both of them around still?
Yeah. If they want to.
I very rarely carry my phone.
We do coming downstairs. It's all aboard the train or all aboard the camel. And they hop on. One in front, one in back. I look like a koala mom walking around out there.
You need to take a picture. We got to show this off on Monday.
Have that. And I'm like, we do not joke around on the stairs. It's number one rule in the house. Yeah. And it's sometimes it's just, I'm so tired. My legs pick me up. I can't walk.
Right. Yeah, for sure. No, it's, I make the 5-year-old walk. He's clocking in over 40 pounds.
I know.
I'm an old man.
They're getting up there. My whole thing now is whenever we go to the grocery store or Wegmans, they want to ride on the side of the cart, not in the green basket and drive the car. Yeah. Or one wants to walk. And I'm like, could you please just get in? Yeah. I was like, I can get through here in 20 minutes. Next thing I know, we're an hour walking around.
Yeah, I usually let the larger one hang on the side. I don't really mind it. Sometimes the clerks will get mad at you.
I think about that too. Or we're going and then they lean back.
The second that happens, I'm like, you're done.
That's it. Cut
them off.
Yeah. We're going to cut us off here. We have a noon show. That's on your TV. And then back here after the weekend coming up Monday at 9. Bye.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand. Plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.